two top hosting providers are going head-to-head today, Hostinger versus Verpex. Which one really delivers? On the left, Hostinger, the budget-friendly favorite for fast, reliable hosting. And on the right, Verpex, the rising star promising premium features at a competitive price. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Alright, so here's how we're going to compare these two. Let's look at a mind map. We're gonna check out pricing, performance, global reach, control panel, support, and security and backups. That way nothing slips through the cracks. Ready? Let's jump into pricing first. Okay, let's kick things off with pricing. Hostinger is honestly known for being super wallet-friendly. Their plans start at a seriously low price point, so if you're just launching your first website or you don't want to break the bank, Hostinger's got your back. I mean, you get decent value for what you pay, but just a heads up, the basic plans, well, they're pretty basic. Now with Verpex, things get a little more high-end. Their pricing is still competitive, but you are definitely paying more for those extra features bundled into each plan. If you want all the bells and whistles right from the get-go, Verpex throws them in, but you do need to shell out a bit more. So yeah, Hostinger totally wins this round on pricing. Alright, moving on to performance, which, let's face it, is a deal-breaker for most of us. Hostinger uses light-speed servers and NVMe SSD storage, so you get some pretty snappy speeds. Uptime is impressive too, around 99.97%, and the average response time sits at about 382 milliseconds. Not bad, right? That said, the speed and reliability can depend on which plan you pick, so do keep that in mind. Now, Verpex is no slouch either. They've also got light speed with beefy AMD EPYC CPUs, and their servers are all SSD powered. Plus, you get an excellent uptime guarantee. You might notice some resource limits on lower plans, but overall, both are really solid. So honestly, this one's a tie in my book. Let's talk about global reach now, because hello, people visit your site from everywhere, right? Hostinger actually has data centers on 7 different continents. That's just wild. So if you want a truly global audience, Hostinger is the clear pick. Sure, the server options in some regions might be more crowded, but you do get awesome global coverage. On the other hand, Verpex is definitely solid here too. They have Anycast DNS and offer free CDN, plus they're really smart about where their data centers are. But the global coverage just isn't as huge as Hostinger, so point goes to Hostinger for this one. Oh wait, real quick, did you know Hostinger actually achieved 99.97% uptime across data centers on 7 continents? That's kind of a flex if you ask me. Now onto the control panel experience. Hostinger went with their own custom H-panel. It's surprisingly beginner-friendly and pretty intuitive, like you won't get lost hunting for basic stuff. But if you're coming from something like cPanel and you're used to advanced features, you might find H-panel kind of limited. Now for Verpex, they stick with the classic industry standard cPanel. Tons of tools, heaps of features, way more robust, especially if you're a dev or you like tinkering. The trade-off? It can feel a tad overwhelming if you're new, but overall, Verpex takes the win here for that extra depth and control. Alright, let's dig into support, because nothing's worse than a broken website and no one to talk to, right? Hostinger offers 24/7 live chat and a huge knowledge base, and they're pretty quick to respond. I'm talking under 2 minutes. But there's no phone support, and the support channels are kind of limited. Switch over to Verpex and you get the full package: live chat, email, and yes, real phone support, all 24/7. They even boast a 99% case resolution rate. Super responsive. The only catch is that premium support is kind of bundled into their pricier plans. Still, if you want next-level help, Verpex is the winner here. Now let's get into security and backups. Hostinger covers the basics. They throw in SSL certs and you get basic protection. That being said, backups aren't included unless you pay for higher-tier plans, which is kinda lame, honestly. On the flip side, Verpex really flexes here. You get daily backups on all their plans, free site migrations, and oh, and here's something cool, way more advanced security features overall. Sure, all those perks can bump up the price. But when it comes to peace of mind, Verpex is the clear choice. So if we stack these two up on a radar chart, you'll notice Hostinger stretches ahead with pricing and global reach, while Verpex pulls ahead in support, security, and a more advanced control panel. Performance though, that one's basically dead even. Alright, time for my final thoughts. If saving money and having worldwide reach is your top priority, Hostinger is a total no-brainer. But if you want premium support, tons of safety nets, and more control over your hosting, Verpex is probably more your vibe. Think about your own needs. Budget or premium features is the big question mark here. If you want to support our channel, feel free to use our affiliate link given in video description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.